It's finally time to start my new park, Journey's End, in Planet Coaster 2. In today's episode, I'll be focusing on creating the entrance area, so without further ado, let's dive in and bring this vision to life. So what I'm thinking is so the car park's going to end about here, right? Okay. Then we're going to have just a little pathway lead up to the entrance, and here's where we're going to add in our way into the park, and we're going to make the simplest entrance you can possibly make. So I'm just going to say this right now. I've been thinking overnight, since I last recorded, about how crap this actually looks. So I've realized that I've overcomplicated things a little bit. Why don't we keep them simple, right? Do one tower, then duplicate the other three. Seems like a good idea, doesn't it? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do one tower at a time. And that's clearly what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting this high enough so it feels like a park entrance. I feel like one more should do it, right? Boom. Okay, so that's like your first tower done, okay? Let's go to roofs and let's find some cool roof designs. Like something that's haven't been done yet before. Always hard to figure out, but we've got a good sized roof here, so we can probably do some good stuff with this roof if we pick the right one. Oh, yeah, shit. Make sure it's part of the grid. Very important. Now you see, we're going to really decorate this tower out. So we got that bit sorted. These sort of things, the grid should be rightly added up, so we should be able to stick these down pretty easily. Are these all part of the same grid? I need to check something. This is what I was sort of going for. To hide the big hole, we could use a big window like this. Maybe I've got a better idea, actually. Edit building. Place it there instead. If we make the gap smaller... Yes! You see, I'm learning. If we just go duplicate and then swing it round, we can get ourselves... Would it be like that? Or like that? That's the thing, like... I think that looks cool. Yeah, we'll go with that. I feel like I don't want to make this fully Viking theme, but I feel like that's the way it's going at the moment. And when it's meant to be a completely, yeah. But anyway, let's do some pillars now. And basically, are we going to do this from the ground up or from where the cobblestone starts? I think we're better off doing it one at a time first. So, like, make sure... Oh, not like that. Be so careful with this advanced tool that you don't... Oh, that's a good point as well. Make sure it's relative. Always relative. You do not want world. World is cruel. Oh, what the hell is... Yeah, we've basically fucked up here. So that's not straight. It's not aligned properly. We want this bit to be sticking out, but not the other bit. If that makes any sense. Right, this should work perfectly. We've aligned them up now. So when we go to edit building and click all four, we should, in theory, just be able to go. And that should still work really well. Yep, looking good so far. Right, and then again. And then we're going to do that all the way to the top. Once you understand the building in Planet Coaster and you start to understand what you're doing, the game becomes a lot more fun to play in terms of building. That's what I'm talking about. Framework. Add a couple of these in. They're so useful. They really add to the design as well. Yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. It's starting to come together. You know? It is. Oh, yeah, you can really make this work with the scale. Poke that in like that. I'd say put one in that side. Can I, like, duplicate this? I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. It is Viking, you know? Actually, I actually really like this. We'll do this on both sides. I'm amazed how that got there. Are you? So I didn't have relative on, that's why. It's always a bit difficult getting the right sort of... Yeah, that is not symmetrical in the slightest. Oh, don't forget about snap. That's starting to look cool. That's starting to look cool. Oh, here's an idea. About this far down, I'd say. Add two of these in. Oh, I'm loving this. What I might actually do in the end is just duplicate this entire wall and place it on this side. If I feel like it, if I can do that. But we're so not done with this. More detail needs to be added. Do that on all sides. Because I gridded this properly, made sure the outside was like this. You've got a real nice framework on the outside here. I'm just like going making stuff up as I go along now, and it's so cool. You can tell I've nailed it because of how well that worked. So again, on this side, for these frame bits. We put these down here. Once we've done one tower, man, it's going to be so much easier to do the rest. I am probably just going to duplicate detail around. Oh, what could make this good? Should we put some windows there? I think maybe windows might be what we need. Oh, a door. Yeah, that's a good idea. Place a door down at the bottom there. Scale it a bit smaller. And then I guess we'll have to do more framework now, won't we? They'd be both like that, wouldn't they? Right, and then for the windows, we'll go for the black ones. That looks weird. That looks strange. Yeah! I'm trying to think how we can make the outside more cool. Oh. Oh. You know what? This is not a bad idea, because it works within the grid. Place circles on each side. I didn't think of this before. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool, yeah. Oh my god, it looks even better now. Let's look at all decorations there. See what we can find. Here we go. Some little wall decor. No, so it looks a bit old and run down a bit. You place some of this in. It'll look much nicer. You don't want everything to look brand new, do you? Like it's chipping a little bit away. Alright, guys. So, our tower is almost complete. Our first one, anyway. We probably should have changed the colours of these to a more brownish colour. So it looked like they're actual marks. Because if they're white, it looks a bit weird. I'm not going to lie. I probably should have done this change before I went through every single one of them. I have to do this all manually now, which is really fun. That looks like it's just faded a little bit with the brown. But yeah, that's looking good now with the brown stain on the back there. You're looking at a pretty good little town. All right, our tower is almost complete and ready for duplication. I would just say these bottom bits need something. Stick a door there. Right, I think this detail is pretty good. I'm liking this. Right, so now we need to duplicate this to make that grand entrance I was talking about. So, we basically just want to highlight the whole thing, don't we? And click confirm selection and then duplicate. Man, I'm not going to lie, that actually looks sick. I think 2's nice. Because I think if you get 3, I mean, we can check what 3 looks like, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have that problem. What do you guys think? 2 or 3? I'm going to go for 3, actually. Now I think about it, 3 is quite nice. So yeah, you got the 3 nice, beautiful Viking-themed entrance, which is what I've been wanting to build for so long. And we're finally getting somewhere with this. My issue now is, though, grid. Grid is going to be the issue. Are we going to be able to put in the floors that I want to do here? Because right now, as much as this looks cool, it's not very guest flowy, is it? Now, what we're going to do with the queues is we're going to put the width down a bit. And they're basically going to go through these gaps here. Right, so I've just had an idea for the plaza section. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the draw tool. Right, you see the 3 little castle join points. So here, I'm going to go, no, why is it? Thank you. Hey. Oh. Right, so we've put a few things down since, you know, last time you saw me. I've built a really nice gate and it looks very nice. I've made sure that peeps can walk through it. I've done it both sides as well, so that is looking nice. Right, so now we need to figure out what to put in the plaza before we actually get into the park. Now, my thinking here is I kind of want to levitate the ground a bit, but not too much. I want it to be a subtle levitation. So we're going to have to work a little bit with the train tool here and make it as subtle as we can. You know what I might do for now? Put the intensity right down here and the size and just start levitating the ground just a little bit. All right? A little bit of levitation. Nothing too crazy. Just start levitating it, okay? Like this. Right. You can see that's levitated a little bit now. Then we're going to go into scenery and we're going to add some rocks. I think we're going to get a base or like bit of rocks down at the base here first. And I'm already starting to like this idea because these rocks look actually pretty cool. Right, so we place these rocks down. Now this is going to be like the base of the mountain. So I'm going to go a little bit further up now and actually use the same rock and then just do the same thing again. But this time a little bit further up. And you'll notice that I'm starting to create a little bit of a mountain here with rocks instead of using the actual terrain tool. So I'm going to speed this up a bit now by literally grabbing all of this and pressing confirm selection and then just moving this across like so. Now you've got yourself a nice baseline. We might have to go a little bit of experimenting with the trees a bit here and see if we can't add some decoration into our park. And in order to do that, we need to go to trees and find. Now we live in a bit of an alpine area, don't we? If you look, there's very much those trees. Why don't we try and grab some of these trees over here and add them? I don't know what I think about the tree inside the rock. Maybe not. I don't think it's the right size of tree that we need here. You see, that looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? And then I think we need to get a load of hedge and bushes. So we could just get some bushes now, scale them down a bit. It's just too much. Too much bush, I guess. What have we got here? Oh, what the hell are these? Why are all these bushes so, like, connected? I just want a simple bush. See, the thing is, right, if you're ever struggling in this game, nature always helps you out, doesn't it? You know what? Not a bad idea. Just place it all over the place. Just these small little details being added to really create that crisp look of that, you know, foresty feel. That's what we want to do here. We want to feel like we're in a bit of a forest. We need leaves. You don't want to go too jungly though. We want to keep it forest vibes, but not too jungly. I do like this. So if we can copy and paste all this, there we go. And if we do that, we should be able to move this over here, place it down like so. I would just put it in the ground as best you can. And there's like less the further you go along here. It looks really good. What I am going to do though real quick, this is going to cost a bit of money, but I think it's worth the while. Scenery brush, yeah. And let's just put a few trees around. Let's really like fill this place up a little bit. Put some trees in these gaps there. And you can really start to feel it fill up with tree life. The life of the forest is filling up. Yeah. I'd go all the way to the edge of the path down here as well. We will eventually clear this area and add a car park, but I think for now, as it's very early into the game and we are playing with money, so we can't guarantee to have the best, you know, the best at the start. I think trees probably will be a good thing to just put in for now. And then we can like connect this path up and then we can just place that and then boom, connect that up. Lovely. And then we can put some buildings here because I don't want to make this all rocky. I just wanted to make this bit rocky here, you know. You know what we could do? Do we duplicate the other side or do we just put buildings here? I mean, this is cool over here. We're definitely going to work with some of this terrain as well. In fact, I'm going to steal that rock because that looks pretty cool, actually. And I'm just going to add it into this design a little bit. So it gives out a little more of a peak in the... Oh my god, how do I keep improving this? Oh. Oh my god, yes. Look at it. It's like the trees are falling into the rocks. What we could do though here, this looks a bit of a mess at the top. We can definitely fix that and hide it with some trees for sure. Just grab some normal alpine trees. Maybe these actually. And just pop them in the rocks here to really just make this feel like a forest, you know? Okay guys, so I've been doing a little bit of off-camera work. Nothing too shabby. Just set a little ticket office up here and added some nice straw roof. Actually looks quite nice. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Little sense of detail with the frames as well in the window. And we've got some glass window there as well, which isn't looking too bad. I mean, there could be more inside, but the details there, I guess. But anyway, let us carry on with this entrance area, because we need to add a toilet block now. What's this? Body dryer? Oh, right, they've got body dryers now. And we got guest service, which we've already set up, and changing rooms. Oh, yeah, swimming pools. Anyway, so we're going to set the toilet sort of near the entrance. So I was thinking sort of like here. I'd actually make it straight, though, and place them like so. Because what I want to do, I'm going to place them a little bit further back. I want to extend this back section out and sort of attach it to here. Because I want this entranceway to come in a bit, actually. I've decided I kind of want this to be a bit more undercover than just a simple bit. We want to make this all undercover and stuff. I've got an idea on what I want to do. So anyway, let's get started with the grid system here for this toilet block. I'm going to stick it down like this. Yes, there we go. Lovely stuff. Now we got to be going. So yeah, it's going to be a very small little toilet block. It sort of needs to also connect to here, but there is a train in the way. There we go. So it just sort of connects up. We kind of want that. Probably the same here as well. I would just take an edit building slot and just basically press it again. The duplicate button. And just place a piece there as well. Turn it round so it stays quite symmetrical. Otherwise, it looks a bit weird if it's not joined up. So yeah, you sort of go down a little bit of a corridor. Right, now we need to do the roof, but I think we should make this too high. But I don't want to use these buildings. I don't want to use them. I want to use a different, go for a lower cobblestone. In fact, no. Go for a wooden option at the top here. You know, it kind of works. Right. And then, I know these are toilet blocks, so they're going to be not the greatest. But I do like this little circular bit now added to it as well with, you know, next to the entrance. Next, we're going to need to put a floor on this. But first, the inside, I would actually like to decorate a little bit. Not too much, but just decorate it a little bit. Maybe just add some floor to it. But yeah, marble floor inside. Obviously, we're not going to see inside, but I just wanted to put the detail in anyway. Okay, now what we can do is go to edit building and then go to roofs. You know what would work? Actual Viking roof. And then if we add a little bit of detail to this, I think it'll pop. You can do some quite nice designs with this, separating everything up. It's just a little bit of effort, but it's such a reward if you get it right. If we stick some pillars in as well, I think that would really add to it. A bit bigger, those pieces. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this. Check this out. Let's make sure it's both, you know, even on both sides. And look at that. And I do that on all corners. In fact, no, you know, I've got a better idea here. Let's use the snipping tool. Let's use the snap distance. Make it 2 meters apart. And every 2 meters, just stick one. We may have to change it up. I don't think it's going to be... Yeah, that's not going to work. Two was not really the one I wanted to go for there. You know, it's amazing how the detail just comes along, doesn't it? And then I would go scenery again. I would frame this side as well. Basically copy all that now over. It's really starting to come together, this, isn't it? I'm just doing this for toilets, by the way. It makes sense that the Viking stuff isn't perfect. Like, you know, it's sort of just a little bit unhinged on some bits and then perfect in other bits. It makes sense. Right, this would look really good with windows. They are. Good classic toilet windows. Right, and then last but not least, you see these little bits here? Get these frames. They make a world of difference, don't they? Nice mini bit like this. It's just that attention to detail now about clearing up those tiny little bits of toilet block that we don't want to see. This could work. Like a curtain. We scale them down a bit. How scale can we get? Oh, this will work actually. Pop them in like that. There we go, that works. Right, we got some toilets done. Nice and easy there. Let's fix the path. Okay, the toilets are down. That's quite good. So what should we do next? There we go, guys. That's what we're talking about. An actual ticket booth entrance. And I've put this in as well just for the effect. I don't know how the guests are going to operate it, but that's how they kind of look at theme parks. And it looks good. It looks nice. It actually does. And what we're going to do now is just do a little bit of propping, you know, a bit of propping. And I think we're going to need some like sitting down areas and stuff like that. So we need to add that sort of stuff now. You know, just the tedious stuff. Probably need to add some lights as well, to be honest. We need some like generic lamps. I think we might have to make the lamps though, because the options you get aren't the greatest. I mean, you've got this, I guess, but it's not ideal. And there's this, I guess, but you could definitely make some lamps, which would be better. Definitely. Also, there's over a few like TLC things I want to fix as well. Like this pathway, like, is just terrible, isn't it? Let's be real. Like, it's just not a good pathway. It's not straight. This is a straight pathway. That's what we're talking about. Nice and straight. But eventually there is going to be a car park here. But as I'm playing with money, I'm not wasting everything on scenery because we will be here all day. So yeah, this generator will be hidden by these fences, actually. We're going to duplicate them, scale them to 100, and stick them here. That's the spirit. There we go. Look at that. That actually looks pretty cool now at the back. You got the nice generator cover up there. The staff are getting. I'm kind of hoping like they actually walk around. They're not going to do that, are they? I mean, that would be just too good to be true, wouldn't it? But anyway, on to more park props. Benches. I just need some benches, basically. Normal benches. Probably looking at something a little bit like this, yeah. Just stick them in the corner over here, near the rocks. Just so the guests can have a sit down. Is that too many? Nah, it can be like a sitting down place. You know, while you're waiting for your tickets and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of plans for this part, like in the long run. Car parks, etc., all that sort of stuff. But we do not have the money to start a car park straight away. One thing I am going to do, though, is just fix this. Make it straight, if I can. Perfect, get the stamp. It's never perfect, is it? You just can't get that straight plaza that we want. I think in order to fix that, we might just have to put a fence down. Honestly, now that I know how big fences can go, a nice perimeter fence would not hurt. Just stick it next to this pathway here, and we'll perimeter fence it round. You could probably use something a little bit nicer, maybe. So you could use this as like a base, and then put this on top. So we'll do the base first. That would look like a quite nice perimeter fence. You know what we could do as well? Add some pillars to it. You see, you can make a custom fence. I forget you can do this. Custom fences are not a bad idea. They're quite a unique thing to do. So if we go to scenery and just go to normal framework, I bet you can, you know, get something cool. All right, guys, so we got my creation down. Very simple. Just use a few wooden things with and you get a really nice looking fence. Yeah, I kind of like this fence. We're going to use this for our perimeter. So I'm going to quickly place this down, and then that should make this place look more better. So guys, a little update. I've also put it onto 2 layers now. So it really is secure now. No thief or like anyone who's coming in to murder people. So we are in good spirits there. I'm probably going to connect this in like a circle shape all the way to the path, because obviously this will be the car park, won't it? So it's gonna connect to this bit of the path, and then on this side as well, we'll also start the fence from this bit here and connect it to there. So I'm gonna do that, guys, and then I'll be right back. Right, so one side of the perimeter fence is done. Start to light the look at this. What I might do as well, guys, because this is always something that perimeter fences do really well, is they do 2 layers. So you grab the fence layers. Yeah, just a bit of a thicker fence, you see. Harder to climb. I am thinking of putting electrical wires on top. I haven't decided yet. But that's looking good. I'm liking that fence. And if we, you know, put a building there, it would actually look sick now. Any building, like, guest service facility, another toilets, anything really. So I may have got a little bit sidetracked and may have forgot to press recording, and I've made this. The plaza entrance is finished. Well, finished to a degree. So obviously there's still this ugly pathway, but it's more straight. You come inside, you're greeted by some lights, ticket booth, fences all put in nicely so the power is covered up. Then over here you've got Chief Beef and Gulpy, so that's really nice. A nice pond with some singing fish, by the way. If I play this on, they'll start singing. They do not stop, by the way. And then over here we got a little fish in the pond. A really nice pond with lily pads, rocks, and, you know, etc, etc. A nice fountain over here. Looking pretty cool this though, isn't it? Obviously I've been recording this off camera. I find that I do my best work when I'm not recording because I'm focusing more. But yeah, that's a nice little bit of an update there. I know I didn't show any of this. I didn't see the need to show this or this, I guess. I mean, it's a nice pond, but yeah, because I wanted to save some minutes for the next part of our journey, which is actually going to be this plaza area and our first flat ride, which is going to go down here. So that's what we're going to work on next.